Those are the visuals from different parts of India on the day of Bharat Bandh on July 9. A forum of 10 central unions and their allies gave the Bandh call against the anti-worker, anti-farmer and anti-national, pro-corporate policies of the Modi-led BJP government. Over 30 to 40 crores of workers and farmers are participating in the Bharat Bandh. They belong to employees from the banks, insurance, postal services, steel, mining, state transport, highways and construction. Trade unions such as All India Trade Union Congress, Indian National Trade Union Congress, Centre of Indian Trade Unions, Self-Employed Women's Association, Labour Progressive Federation and United Trade Union Congress led the Bandh. Farmer unions like the Samyukt Kisan Morcha and the Joint Front of Agricultural Workers Unions have joined the Bandh. Why did these workers and trade unions call for this Bandh? Trade unions are raising issues of unemployment, recruitment, jobs, remuneration in various public sectors and legislation like Manrega for urban areas. They submitted a 17-point charter of demands to Labour Minister Mansukh Mandaviya last year. They blamed the government for not conducting the annual Indian Labour Conference or ILC, which plays a key role in shaping labour policies and addressing worker concerns since 2015. In contrast, the forum claimed that the centre is acting against the very interests of the labour force via its policies. This includes amendments to 29 labour laws, newly imposed 4 labour codes to weaken collective bargaining, to cripple unions' activities and favour employers in the name of ease of doing business. The Trade Unions Forum goes on to highlight how the economic policies under the current government have resulted in unemployment, rise of essential commodities, wage depression, fund cuts in the sectors of education, health, basic civic amenities, and widened the inequality gap between the rich and the poor in the country. Did the Bandh affect normal life in the country? Yes. The 24-hour strike disrupted public services like transportation in different parts of the country. Life came to a standstill in Kerala with disruption in services across transportation, banking, commerce and tourism sectors. Protesters blocked roads and railways in Kerala, West Bengal and Odisha. Some of them have also clashed with the police in Kerala and West Bengal. However, the Bandh call had little to no impact in Karnataka's capital, Bengaluru. Schools, colleges and private offices were open on Wednesday. However, the RSS-backed Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh or BMS along with the 200 odd other unions are not participating in the strike as per the Labour Ministry.